Welcome back to Battle Arena TV. I'm your host, Steve Brinkman. With me is Chris Benson, and tonight we've got a whole list of 4 fights, count them, 4 fights to bring you from all over the UK. Some of the best in matches from 2019. This is a retrospective, so it's going to be a bit in the past, but we're going to be looking forward to seeing these fighters coming up in July of this year. Chris, what can you tell us about what we're about to see?
Well, we've got some great fights on tonight's show, Steve. We've got a Salzer versus Dan Dean. This was the battle of the two up-and-coming monsters of their division, and it was one of those pick-em fights where no one really knew who was going to come away with the victory. Was it going to be Lucas's wrestling and aggressive takedowns? Was it going to be Dan Dean's crisp striking? And then one of the other fights we've got, it was the comeback fight of Max Mordente, or his fight name is Max Mordine. So this was an amazing, interesting fight because Max had taken Aaron Campbell, who went on to become the Battle Arena champion. He'd taken him all the way to a very close decision, but he did lose the fight, and this was his comeback fight. You know, how was he going to do coming back after facing the champion and doing so well? But I think first up, we've got Salzer versus Dan Dean. Let's go to that fight right now.
Dan Dean may be the taller and rangier of the two fighters, but he's got an absolute powerhouse in Salzer standing across the cage from him. Salzer in the black trunks, Dan Dean in the gray and white trunks. Dan Dean with a high guard, Salzer equally so. He comes charging across the cage and he starts weighing punches forward.
A very aggressive start.
Very strong underhook here from Salzer, and the knee is coming into the legs of Dan Dean.
Nice dirty boxing there from Lucas, landed a little stiff left. Oh, good head position as well.
Yeah, Lucas is obviously very accustomed to being in this position. They have a full cage set up over there at Blood, Sweat, and Tears. And he's looking to land the knees to the legs. Nothing's wasted here from Salzer. He's looking for the legs.
And we've seen from Lucas before, just incredible athleticism.
Yeah.
I know Dan Dean narrowly missed out on a title fight before due to a small injury, and now he's back. I mean, he really wants this.
He's been waiting for that chance to prove new and improved skills, right?
Yeah, he's been mixing up his training. Trained at the McLeod Academy under Neil McLeod, bit of a British MMA legend. And now training with Roger Gracie black belt Kev Capel as well. Almost looking to pull guard. Very interesting. It could be that Roger Gracie Jiu-Jitsu has been working on so much. He's got confidence in it. But the disadvantage here is he's landed right in the corner of Salzer. And you have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt Danny Batten there just keeping an eye on things. And he's going to recognize any submission setups way before. And that can make a huge difference.
I'm seeing the overwrap there on the left side of Dan Dean.
I think he wants a triangle.
He's got a strong triangle. I have felt it.
He's trying to control the left arm of Salzer and bring his right leg over it so he can set up that triangle choke. But it's going to be very difficult on someone who's experienced this Salzer.
He's doing a lot here to at least tie up and slow the game down. There we go.
He's thrown it up.
And he's got that posture broken.
He's controlling the head. This is a good position here for Daniel Dean. Can he grab his foot? Lucas is doing a good job of holding his hand. He's driven his left arm back in to stop the triangle. That's wise, but he's going to be slammed. Does that make it better or worse? He's got an arm in triangle. He's got both arms in. It's going to be really hard for Daniel Dean to finish this.
And it's just whether Lucas chooses to pull his arm out and try for another type of defense.
That's the thing. You commit to driving your other arm in. It can free up the choke, but it can make it hard to get to any other position.
Dan Dean's very, very strong here.
Yeah,
going to look for the lift again, but he hooks onto the leg.
This is much wiser there from Dan Dean, stopping that slam. He's trying to cinch at the triangle, but
this is excellent.
It's kind of almost got it, but Lucas just keeping his left arm just snuck in there. It's going to make it so hard to finish. Dan Dean looking for a transition to an arm bar or something else. He's in a bad position here.
Lucas has really popped out there.
Yeah, he's doing a good job of passing. Dan Dean bringing his left knee across, stopping the pass there.
We're seeing a lot of new and improved grappling from Dan Dean. Salzer very top, isn't he? Very heavy indeed.
Yeah, such pressure and power, such athleticism mixed with technique. Nice little Kimura attempt from Dan Dean, but there's only a few seconds left in the round.
So hard to lock up that Kimura with these gloves. There's the first round. Second round. Dean needs to do less kicking and more punching, I think. And again, Salzer's got that body lock. He's tight. Dean doing well to keep his feet scrambling and keep his feet under him. Foot stomps
nice
coming.
foot stomps. The athleticism of Lucas Salzer, just the strength. I mean, Dean is a very strong man himself.
Yes, indeed he is.
He's just being
Great cardio as well, runs half marathons.
the corner of Lucas Salzer calling for wrestling.
They're using that. He's using that under. Yeah, there you go. He gets the underhook. He's got the hips
double
now.
underhooks. Roger Gracie black belt Kev Capel calling for Dean to dig for underhooks.
He could do that on the left side. He's just not taking that opportunity at the moment. And it's because the Lucas Salzer, great head position. This is the difference between amateur fights where you're fighting for just, experience, and when we're fighting for a title. Lucas Salzer has things tightened up here.
Yeah, very much so. And the guys at BST, I know they've just moved to a giant new facility. They have incredible coaches, big fight team. They've won so many belts and titles on so many shows, numerous battle arena titles as well, that it's not surprising that Lucas Salzer's wrestling is so good and his cage control is so good. But Dean digging for underhooks now.
The real key to MMA is to be aware of everything you're going to run into in MMA, but then have your own little slice of the pie that you're going to make them fight into and fight them into a corner. And that's what Lucas Salzer is doing right now. Head position, double underhooks, clinching, landing knees, looking for the takedown constantly. But there's a knee right up under the heart of Dean.
Dean currently struggling to find an answer for the pressure of Lucas Salzer. Oh, dragged him down to the mat.
So, brings him down, and it looks like he's in. He's in a half guard,
like a grapevine half guard, locking himself in. Radley Couture used to do a similar thing and then work his ground and pat from the top. Yeah,
but we're not seeing that yet from Lucas Salzer. And the overwrap from Dean's been working for him.
Can't be very long left in this round. What action we've had here at Battle Arena Kettering. Some amazing fights, including this one. But this is the story of Lucas Salzer at the moment.
And he is happy to stay here. Like you're saying, Chris, he's not looking to push the knee or pass. He's just looking to grind out Dean. And that's got to be what you would think. As a strong grappler, you needed to nullify Dean's gifts, which are his punches and kicks. And if you watch that highlight reel knockout, there's no way you're going to be standing in front of that guy.
No, and I've been impressed with Dean.
10 seconds.
Good guard recovery, that triangle in the first round, but at the moment it just seems to be out. It can't deal with the thunderstorm that is Lucas Salzer. Dan stay on the outside and avoid the clinch game and throw some shots.
Yeah, jab, circle right.
Oh, Lucas Salzer, aggressive.
Steams back in again. That's all he wants to do. Throw a bit, overload your processing unit, and then bash. Take you to the mat. Now here, he's looking at the split guard. Nice position here. Good head position again from Salzer. Dean not by any stretch of the imagination out of this, as he showed he's got incredible guard skills. But now Lucas Salzer with double underhooks here in side control. Not a position you want to be in. But again, he's not trying to snake that left knee through. Not trying to get into full mount.
Oh, Dan did a good job there of trapping the half guard. Bridged in, kind of faked one escape and caught the leg. It's going to be so hard to escape. And that single butterfly trying to make a little bit of room. But Lucas with that grapevine with the leg. Very intelligent MMA type jiu-jitsu. But Lucas is locking up. What was the Kimura lock on the arm? He's controlling the wrist. But he's in the full guard now, Dean.
There we go. Good guard recovery from Dean.
It's the same issue that a lot of fighters have had this evening. It's so hard to work your jiu-jitsu when you're being pressed up against the cage. It's very hard to get anything going, and Lucas has been very smart, staying low, head pressure. Lucas knows that if he postures, it does give Dan a chance to throw out submissions. But look, it's postures, but pressures him into the cage. That is very intelligent MMA work from Lucas.
Keeps his hips forward.
Yeah. Dan's got to try and throw up a submission or something here. Sneaks half guard, looking at that butterfly hook again. Wow, what a close fight this has been.
It's been a real struggle.
Always looking Kimura set up there. It's hard to Kimura someone from half guard, not impossible.
But he gives up the underhook and Dean can come up and out.
Daniel Dean's got a little bit of space now to get his submissions going. Don't know how long is left in the round. Relatively short amount of time.
If he could lock it up.
Oh, he's trying to control her. He's trying to do everything he can to try and set up a submission, but Lucas Salzer just is so aware of everything, just staying so safe with that head pressure, that low body position, steps over the half guard.
So
He's throwing up the triangle again. He's set up well.
he really has. He just has to get that position, get the angle.
Really good, really good, really good. Can he get an angle on it?
Pulling the head down now. Maybe a TP choke would be a quick finish.
Maybe.
Seeing some clap. Oh, he's got that. It's deep. It's in the socket. He needs to really pull.
Oh, hit him from the bottom. It's an unusual way.
Now he's just got to pull the head, extend back.
Hook the leg. Try and get an angle to finish it. Oh, it's so close.
It really, really is. Oh, it's slipping out. Oh. Wow. Wow.
What a fight.
And here we go to the judges' scorecard. Good show of respect from both men.
After 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards. And it is a unanimous decision for the blue corner, Lucas Salzer!
I'm waiting with bated breath for this title tilt in the bantamweight division. We saw the flyweight title just moments ago granted to Alex Evans. Oh, taken by Alex Evans. Jake Stark looking to do the same against Antonio Longbody Luca. Oh, Chris knows. Oh, Stark landing early with a check left hook of his own. He comes up with a right hand. Posts well off Luca's shot attempt.
Luca's last fight against Josh Abreu was a real upset. He was the underdog going into that, but came out with a big win.
Oh yeah.
Possibly the same in this fight. You know, Jake Stark, we've seen him look pretty unbeatable.
Yeah, there's a lot. And Antonio Luca seems to find a way all the time.
Yeah, and he gets better every fight. Well, I think we're already seeing an improvement in his boxing and striking. He's keeping his hands high. He's not getting caught with much.
And that right hand could have done a lot of damage from Jake Stark there. And look, Jake Stark moves it very well. He stays up on his feet. Can he turn the corner and get this takedown instead of taking it into the fence here? Gathers him up, but Luca's going to be right back up on his feet in a moment.
It's one of the things we saw from EWF early on is that they didn't have the highest level of grappling, but they seem to have really changed that and improved. And Antonio Luca's showing that back to his feet. Not in a great position, but back to his feet. What's Kimura trapping looking there?
And what's Jake Stark going to do here?
So the Kimura trap is when he's trying to get that figure four grip on Jake Stark's right arm, and it will mean that even if he gets taken down, Jake Stark can't just dive to the position he wants, because otherwise Antonio Luca will be able to wrench on that arm.
Those knees are brutal.
Oh, beautiful takedown from Jake Stark.
Yeah, that's an impression you want to make.
Yeah. Oh, Antonio Luca, I thought he was trying to roll him over the top, it didn't work. Jake Stark already on the back. Antonio Luca turning in, excellent work by Antonio Luca.
Great use of the cage there.
And Jake Stark's already working a high guard though. Looking for an arm maybe. It's very difficult with the cage there. He's actually got a little bit of room to work. A couple of inches. He's trying to get I'm not sure, he's almost a triangle grip. I don't think...
He's got both arms in though.
Yeah, both arms in, but you can still get set up off that if you can get that triangle even with both arms in. Allows you to switch and get sweeps and trying to hook the foot for a transition to something.
This is really strong from Jake Stark right now.
Yeah, but Antonio Luca's on top. It's big in the judge's eyes. He was very confident with striking at the beginning. Antonio Luca. Thought about powerbombing then, I think. Very interesting guard by Jake Stark. Usually it's a tall guy's move, that triangle with both arms in, just to isolate an arm or set up a choke or something. Antonio's doing a good job of staying safe. Head pressure, driving him into the cage. It's like we were saying before, Steve, every fight he gets better. This is why he's the champion.
Yep, he stifled it, and now he's looking to capitalize here at the very end of the round. Right, leave an impression on the judges.
Yep.
Good. It's good from both men. Starts right back him up.
Antonio swinging punches now.
Good frame there from Jake Stark to avoid it.
Antonio does well because he has good fundamentals. Always got his hands high.
Hands high, charges forward, gets the lock around the waist. Now he's looking for a takedown of his own. He trips it up.
I don't think he's in too much danger with the guillotine now, and he's out already. Controlling on top.
Good control there at the end of the first round. Let's see if he can maintain the same sort of momentum here in the second.
Such improvement for Antonio Luca.
See, he pops a couple shots there, makes Jake Stark move. And now, is he going to look to put some hooks in? Or is he just going to make him wear him for a few minutes?
Not that long ago, in these grappling positions, he really struggled, and now he's the dominant one. He's the one putting the pressure on the.
Yeah, good job from Jake Stark to clear that hook. And now he's
Jake Stark reversed the position brilliantly.
Completely, and now he's hopped on the back.
Will he be able to get a finish?
From this point, this is what he was looking for in the first round at the very beginning. He needs to look to his seatbelt and stretch him out, I feel.
Yeah, there's still quite a lot of time left in this round.
Antonio Luca's doing well to keep himself kind of really curled up there.
You know, Antonio
Luca, a very
Luca
strong purchase.
He's very good in these scrambles. Every time there's a scramble, he always seems to come out on top. Long body Luca, but he's in a bit of trouble here. Jake Stark doing a great job of staying on the back. That hook on the foot, really impressive. It's hard not to slip off, and he might slip off. Antonio Luca could slip out of this.
Seatbelt grip, I think you can go back to him and maybe stretch him out.
Yeah, that's what he's got to do, and that's what he's doing, Steve.
Fundamentals, right?
Yeah, it makes all the difference. I mean, he's still really high. If Antonio Luca could control one of his arms and then do what he's doing, then stick your hips in the air and try and buck him off the front. But you're controlling one of his hands, because at the moment he's putting one hand around the neck or for the seatbelt, like you said, Steve. Oh, he's going for the crotch ripper, Steve. We talked about it. I knew it was going to happen today.
So hard to finish him here. So he's got a little bit of leverage there against the fence.
Oh, dude, just gave up on the Zabit crotch ripper. That would have made me so happy.
He's looking for a Kimura there. Maybe slip off and go to an armbar. He's on top. He's making Luca wear him. Luca's out on the single. He's going to try to hike him up. Good. Very good reversal from Luca here at the close to the end of the second round. This is a proper back and forth title fight. That's what you want to see.
This is exactly it, Steve. Such high level fighters. Of course, it's going to be very, very close. Razor thin at the moment. Longbody's been very good in the scrambles, very good at getting these takedowns, but Jake Stark's spent a lot of that round on his back. Oh, interesting takedown.
That was very good wrestling.
Good.
Very fundamental. Loved
Beautiful.
it.
That might have been enough to just clinch that round, that last few seconds. I always think the last 5 seconds are the most important in the round. Leave that little impression on the judges.
Yeah, that's definitely going to play a part. But I think both fighters have to feel like this is their round. They've got to start trying to put somebody away if they want to win that title. But there is that thought process that you have to take the title, don't you? You have to really beat the champion.
Yeah, and I'm not a fan of that, Steve. I think it should be just judged on the fight in front of you. You shouldn't have to do more because you're the challenger. It never really made any sense to me, but I think it's because there's that little, I don't think it's the judges trying to be unfair, but it's that little bit of bias in their eyes that they've seen this monster before who's the current champion. You know, we've seen Longbody Luca beat Josh Abreu from Leicester Shoot Fighters with this comeback amazing victory, and maybe there's that little bit of bias in the judges' eyes. It's almost like being a fan, you know?
Yeah. Oh, gosh.
And how can you not be a fan of these two incredible warriors, Jake Stark and Antonio Luca?
3 3-minute rounds. We're into the third one. Sorry, getting a little emotional here. There we go.
It's all to play for in this round.
Nice check hook.
Neither man have really taken a huge amount of damage.
Be interesting to see if this round is contested on the feet.
Ooh. More of exchange going on. Seen so much wrestling. Ooh, low kick. Inadvertent low kick. referee. Your opponent's infringed the rules. Unless he's way more tired than you, and then rush the recovery.
Yeah, definitely.
Antonio Luca coming out strong.
Yeah, look to clinch soon, I think. There you go.
Oh, great
Nice.
takedown.
Very strong takedown from Luca.
And Antonio Luca likes us calling him Longbody, by the way.
Oh, good.
Yeah. He posted a social media post talking about his legs, talking about trying to have long leg Luca.
Long. Is that like a movement for?
It's not happening.
Not without some surgery.
No, we're all built differently. It's just all torso. Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that when you can take somebody down like Jake Stark so easily there.
Makes it so
He
strong.
made it look so seamless, didn't he? It was brilliant.
Nice, great pressure by Luca. Jake Stark just clinging into a headlock there, now trying to get a whizzer. Can Antonio Luca sneak to the back? Trying to get to the back without letting Jake Stark up to his feet. Oh, muscles him down. Very good by Antonio Luca.
See if he can sneak some hooks in.
If we have a Battle Arena award for Fight of the Year, I feel Antonio Luca's going to be way up there. What a performance.
Should be, definitely.
Will Luca get the crotch ripper? Nobody wants
Is
to
it
see the crotch ripper.
is it in his repertoire?
I don't know. I'm going to teach it to him just in case.
Yeah, definitely do that.
Oh, he lost the position though.
And now Jake Stark's on top. Seconds ticking down. Tick, 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 tick.
That's the thing, you want to be on the top at the end of the round. Makes such a difference.
Some big damage would not go amiss.
Longbody back to his feet. He's going to shuck him off the front, I think. Jake Stark clinging on for dear life. He knows he's going to be in a terrible position if he doesn't stay on him. He's already passed. Oh, beautiful by Longbody Luca.
Really grinding this one out.
What impressive improvement we've seen in this young fighter. This is the performance of a champion. Coming in here against a very dangerous Jake Stark and really doing well.
He's just trying to stay on top now with that grip. I think we're going to end here in this position. Luca on top. Judge's decision for this regional title.
And it's a split decision. Your winner,
I'm here with your winner, Jake Stark. Jake, what an excellent performance to claim that bantamweight regional title. How do you feel right now?
Shattered. He's a tough kid. He's a strong wrestler. I knew we were going to come out and grapple, but I didn't expect him to be that strong. I couldn't do much with him. There were a couple of positions when I went to take his back and I rushed it and I ended up on bottom, but I'll just it's experience. That'll come.
Well, now that you've claimed the regional title, what do you want to do with it now? Because we've got some battle arenas coming up in March. Where do you want to go with it?
I want to try and get on the March card, definitely. If they want me to defend this, I will, or I'll progress to a different title. I'm easy, I just want to work.
Taking names and taking titles, Jake Stark, tap or snap. We'll see you soon, right?
Can I just give a shout out to all my coaches, Christian Smith and Maxine. We out there, belief behind me, I won't be able to do what I do. Ben Dennis, who's helped me a lot with my striking, Tim Butler, Paul Morley, Russ Wall, who's not with us any longer, he doesn't train, but he's helped me along the way as well. It's just everyone at Tap or Snap.
Thanks a lot, Jake. You're a true gentleman, and we'll see you again really soon, eh?
Cheers,
thank you. We'll go back to the action.
Hi Steve, hi Chris. This week the Mayhem Babes are in Kirkcaldy 5 for Battle Arena TV. In part 1 we get to speak with Stevie Ray, former UFC fighter, and get to explore his gym here at Braveheart MMA.
My name is Stevie Ray. I'm a MMA and UFC veteran, and I'm also a MMA coach. So I first of all started fighting on the Scottish local scene, and then I moved to Bama. I became the Bama British champ. And then moved to Cage Warriors. I won the Cage Warriors world title twice. Then following that, went to the UFC and ended up with a pretty good record of 7 wins and 4 losses in the UFC.
You semi-retired in March 2020 due to a knee injury and have since come out of retirement. So what's going on there?
Yeah, so after my last win against Michael Johnson in Singapore, I've been having some knee problems. This has happened, you know, over the last few years, but more recently it was getting worse. Also a little kind of bit of thing going on with the UFC as well. But yeah, it led to me initially thinking about retirement and yeah, maybe getting a bit emotional and semi-retiring. More recently I've announced that I'm looking to fight again.
Are you currently looking for a contract then?
I'm currently looking for a promotion to fight for, so yeah, hoping to sign somewhere first and then obviously looking forward to getting back in there and fighting.
What would be your ideal contract?
Preferably, I would like to go back to the UFC. I doubt the UFC would take me back, just knowing that, you know, I've had knee history and, you know, they did have to pay for my surgery a few times and stuff as well, but it would be cool to end up back in the UFC.
Talking about fighting, who would be your dream fight then?
There's loads of fighters out there that I'd like to fight. Obviously, the number one would be McGregor, Red Panty Night. Purely for the money, I'm not going to lie. Fighting McGregor is where you're going to get paid, so that would be my dream. If someone, you know, if a genie said to me, you can choose one fight, it would be against McGregor.
Do you have any other fighters in mind in the UK?
But yeah, there's other people out there I'd like to fight. Can't really think of anyone off the top of my head, but just anyone that's, you know, a good name or going to bring a good fight.
So tell us about your coaching.
So my coach is James Doolan out of Higher Level MMA. I also now run Braveheart MMA. After my Paul Felder fight a few years back, I ended up as a free agent for a while and I wasn't sure what was happening with my career and with the UFC. So I started doing a little bit of coaching and then basically took off. I couldn't get that out there. Yeah, so when I started coaching at Braveheart MMA, it just really took off. I needed to get a bigger premises and then eventually to the premises that I have just now. I've got a pretty good solid fight team and obviously just guys that are looking to come in and train for a hobby or to maybe lose some weight or whatever the reason is.
In your opinion, what does it take to be an MMA fighter?
Not even on a fighter, just on a person that wants to get better, whether it's better at jiu-jitsu, striking, MMA, is just for them to be consistent. Consistency, and obviously if they can find the motivation, because I know myself that sometimes, you know, everybody has those days where you don't want to train, you know, you're tired, you've had a hard day at work, but just always trying to find the motivation and obviously enjoying the training and finding that enjoyment. But yeah, I would say just consistency. I have the skills and knowledge to be able to teach anybody. Nobody's good when you start, but you have to start to become good.
Thanks for joining in for part 1. We do hope you enjoyed the first segment. Keep tuned for part 2 for more MMA insights with Stevie Ray here at Braveheart MMA.
Just got a little bit of a hold up here right now. Just waiting for some of the officials to take their seats, and then I think we will get underway just momentarily. Oh, there's Jack Fletcher watching. Jack Fletcher, I gotta give you a bit of a shout out there. I can see you over here. Who are you looking forward to see live tonight? I think there's going to be a few minutes pause at the moment. We've got our cornermen in the cage giving them some final instructions. Let's give them a bit of a listen. Oh, it's the gum shield. Nope, it's the Vaseline. Everybody needs some Vaseline, guys. Remember, before you go into battle, always vast it up. And that's a top tip from Steve Brinkman over here. I've got, you know, a lot of experience with Vaseline myself. But here, we have some of the best and brightest in European MMA, representing both cage side. We've got Sam Creasy, perpetual MMA fighter and perennial contender for that flyweight title at Cage Warriors. And in the EWF corner, we've got a whole host of very experienced mixed martial artists. As well as you see the... Oh, we're getting underway here, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot wait for this. And we're getting the last little bits of Vaseline put on. Max Mordente looks fairly calm, but look at how composed Tom Woodley is. There's a lot of head movement there. He's looking to snap that jab off early. Max can't settle. He's got to start looking to throw it with his own. Big right hand lands, and Max gets dropped up against the side of the cage. He's grappling. It's a bit of a desperation move there, but he's secure on the hips here. Maybe he can clear those cobwebs out. But such big shots landing there by Tom Woodley to start off this 61-kilo bantamweight fight. Wow. If you've just joined us live on Facebook, you would have seen some of the biggest bombs land since the Second World War. Max is on those legs again. He's looking for that takedown. Got to shake off some of that cobwebs. Wow, lifting that high into the air. Tom Woodley very strong. Max Mordente's on the back. Granberry roll, but Max Mordente's in mount. He needs to solidify this position and try to land some shots. And Tom Woodley works very cleverly into that half guard position. Calls for passing from Max Mordente's corner. Tom Woodley looking to roll out, maybe apply a bit of a knee shield. Max was wobbled momentarily, but he seems to have cleared it all up. And now he's on top, shoulder pressure strong, and now he's back into mount against Tom Woodley of EWF MMA. Big right hand lands for Max Mordente. This is an exciting fight. I know Max was wobbled, but he's got a chin of granite at the moment. And it's all to work for from Tom Woodley, who's on his back and finds himself in a very difficult position against a standout blue belt, Max Mordente. Oh, big right hands landing. Can he secure the hooks? He's got the hooks. It looks to be under the chin here. Can he get his hands together? It's very hard with those gloves. He's got the squeeze. He's right in his corner there, so he's getting very good. And there's the tap there. What a come from behind. I can't believe that. Wobbled early, almost put on his ass, and he gets up and he gets the strangle. Wow, Max the Tooth Mordente. Such an amazing fight. We're going to go to our official announcement in a moment, but please share on Facebook. Make sure that your friends don't miss out on some of the exciting action that is happening here. Whoa. No, Elliot hasn't been on. There's a lot of fights coming up. That's what we do this for, ladies and gentlemen. That's what we do this for. Max, you seem to be wobbled early. Was there anything in Tom Woodley that really surprised you there at the very, very beginning of that fight? Because it was a short fight, but at the very beginning he seemed to catch you early. Was that a surprise to you?
Yeah, he is really hard. I was not expecting that at all. I didn't even see it coming, so fair play to him, yeah.
Yeah, it was an excellent performance, but you grabbed onto that double leg. Did you want to take it to the ground early? Was that what the game plan was, or did you want to stay up and stand with him and just felt that power and had to go to your base, which is grappling?
I just wanted to feel him out in the first round, to be honest. I didn't really have much of a game plan, but yeah, I felt I could beat him on the ground. I felt I could beat him standing, so I was happy anyway.
Excellent. And they always say that a game plan lasts until you get punched in the face. And you definitely got punched in the face twice, fairly hard there. I saw you wobble against the cage. You got on that double leg. It was excellent. You got that purple belt. Congratulations on your promotion. But is there anybody you want to give a shout out to quickly before we break up?
Chris Benson, A1 Martial Arts. If you're in the Tame area, hit him up. Rich, Kev, everyone. Yeah, and Sam Creasy for helping me with all the sparring. Yeah, just cheers to everyone at RGA.
Wow. We'll be seeing you soon again, Max. Max Mordente.
This week, the Mayhem Babes are in Kirkcaldy 5 for Battle Arena TV.
Oh, hello, welcome back for part 2. When it comes to taking an amateur to pro level, what qualities do you look for?
Basically facts, hard work and consistency, just turning up, being motivated. You can go anywhere you want. It's been proven in the world before, you know. Just with hard work and consistency, you can achieve anything you want if you want it bad enough. Anything I'd like to see more of in combat sports. I would say that if there could be anything I would like to see improved on for combat sports, is maybe just more of the kind of media coverage, like from the BBC and stuff like that. Good coverage. You know, most people know now that MMA is not a barbaric sport as it was once known before, so a bit more kind of positive and good media coverage. I think that, you know, a lot of people that maybe want to do it but they're maybe a bit scared or intimidated, just come along and I'm sure you'll probably realise that the classes aren't quite what your worrying mind is thinking, because you're not going to come along, train and get punched in the face your first session or even your first month of training. So come along, learn and see if you enjoy it. Me being a person that's maybe suffered a bit before with mental health as well, there's been one time that I've been majorly depressed, again suicidal as well. I would say that this was after I got knocked out from Paul Felder. Again, I didn't know what was going on with the UFC. I'd just been knocked out in front of 13,000 live people in the Hydro, and obviously millions of people all over the world. So that being said, my life was good. My mindset didn't realise that. And sometimes when you can't control your emotions, you end up down like that rabbit hole where, you know, I was lying in my bed, not wanting to get out of bed, and because I'm not moving, because I'm just lying and I'm doing a lot of thinking, it ends up just a negative kind of mindset where I think my life is worse than it is. But really, I had money in my bank, I had a house, a roof, I had my kids, I had my family, I had my friends. So I think most people, when they get depressed or struggle with their mental health, it's their emotions and mindset that think their life is worse than it really is. So just trying to be grateful every day for what you actually do have in your life and not getting too caught up in the things that you don't have.
Thanks for joining in today for this week's show at Braveheart MMA. Do keep in touch with all the things the club's up to and follow all of their social media platforms using the following links here. Take care, back to the studio.
Stanmir Madrav coming out to an absolute banger here at Battle Arena 55. You heard it. We're brought to you by all sorts of incredible companies. We're brought to you by A1 Fight Gear, The Juicery, that big media company, and of course Battle Ready Fight Management. If you want to get yourself into the fight game and you want to get yourself to the very top, you got to check out Battle Ready Fight Management. They've had fighters go off to Bellator, to Bama, etc. Incredible fighters, incredible opportunities. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about Stanmir Madrav of Kraken. You can get your Kraken swag like I did. I've got my own Kraken t-shirt, and I'll be wearing it to training later on this week. But just an incredible, incredible team. and they're about to release themselves. A real strong grappling prowess, great traditional striking, and they've got absolute legend and Battle Arena vet Robert Masters in the corner. He's been everywhere. He's done everything in the Battle Arena cage under 61 kilos. And, well, Stan Mir is under that tutelage. Mr. Madrav is coming in very, very lean and in shape for this 66 kilo featherweight fight. And we wait for his opponent to be called momentarily. Dakis of SBG London, making his way to the cage for this featherweight fight. Again, these are A-class amateur rules, so there's headshot standing. That includes punches and kicks. No elbows or knees to the head. And on the ground, punches, hammer fists are legal as well. We've got a myriad of ways of these fights to finish, obviously by KO, TKO, submission, or judge's decision. But of course, we never want to leave it in the hands of the judges, even if they are as exciting as the last fight was with George Karuna and Dan White. These will be contested over 3 3-minute rounds, and we're hoping to bring you all the action here live on Fight TV. You can get at me or Chris Fensom. Listen to the Slaphead and Giraffe podcast for reviews later on this week. And obviously, you can hit me up on @from_the_brink on Instagram if you want any reviews or my personal take on some of these incredible fights. Dakis, Stanimir, Madrav, they're about to meet in the center of the Battle Arena cage, Battle Arena 55. Paul Nichols giving them their final instructions in the middle of the cage. No questions. Touch gloves. Back to their corners. And then you get to do what you've been training months, years to do, and they steam forward. Big right hands landing right off the bat for Stanimir Madrav, and he ends up on top, just chucking Dakis to the ground.
I think we've seen Stanimir before, and this is exactly how it went before. Just top pressure and control. He's so strong for this weight division.
He's got a Bronx choke, does he? Is that an anaconda?
Anaconda chokes.
He's got to bring his elbows together and get his
got the leg. That's a full-on neck crank. It's all over. Wow. An anaconda. Very, very impressive. An unusual submission here at Battle Arena.
I'm sorry. T-shirt. That was absolutely wicked. But Stanimir is making sure to get his check his opponent out. Make sure that he's all right. Good show of sportsmanship there from Mr. Madrav. I think we got to start knocking on the door of some title fights, but that's just my humble commentary opinion. And here we go for the announcement.
Your winner at 29 seconds of round number 1 by anaconda choke, Stanimir Madrav!
That was quick. It was. It surprised me, actually. But the thing is, it doesn't really surprise me that much because I train 3 times a day, yeah? I do this with all my heart. I was born for this. I think every single person does loads of different things in our lives, right? But there's one thing that we need to all strive to find, and it's our dream. And once you find that, you can just go for it and make it happen. And that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm ready to die. That's how bad I want it. I want it, and I want to be UFC champion, and I'm going for it 100% every day. And a car hits me on the street, man, I don't die. I get up because I have somewhere to go. I have something to do to improve my skills and level, and one day reach the level that I'm going to be the best in the world.
And so we look forward to seeing that. Thank you so much for today. And I think our interview is quicker than your fight. That was a hell of a performance, and we definitely want to see you back in the Battle Arena cage.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow, what an incredible performance there from the Battle Arena standout, Stanimir Madrav. Steve, I don't really understand how you can get a finish the way he was lacing his arms around him. Can you talk us through that for us?
Yeah, that was just such a proof that grappling is really king of the cage. Stanimir took Handakis down and then handled him really well with what we call an anaconda choke. So when Handakis tried to scramble back to his feet, he dug his hand in really, really deep, was able to lock it on the side, under the chin, and squeeze it in. So he's actually bringing Handakis' own arm across his artery and starting to squeeze off that choke there. It was just textbook and brilliant, and obviously Handakis had nothing. So Stanimir handles Handakis right there. But I want to bring it back to your fighter, Max the Tooth Mordente. He just gets knocked down, almost sparked, sat down twice in the first few seconds of that fight with those missiles that were being thrown by Tom Woodley. He gets up right on the double, takes him down, takes the back, and gets the finish. An amazing, amazing performance from Max Mordente. Can't wait to see him again.
Yeah, he is one of my students and a standout student and very committed to his training. And he is a great example of you don't rise to the occasion, you drop to the level of your training. And he had his instincts and he followed them. What a great show. What great fights. Please follow us on social media and check out the next episode of Battle Arena TV.